let's talk about the 5 struggles particular to wavy hair. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't pretend to know anything about the struggles of people with a tighter curl pattern than mine. I understand that my hair is wavy, 2A to 2C if you are looking at the curl type chart, and I am quite familiar with the particular struggles that come with having wavy hair. I know that some of you guys also struggle with these, and there's not a lot of people talking about the struggles of the wavy-haired gals. Before we dive into these, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is CurlSmith. This brand is on a mission to feed the world's curls, whether you have type 2 curls to type 4 curls. They have formulated a product specifically for you and your hair's needs. This is one reason I love them so much and am deeply grateful to get to work with them on a fairly consistent basis. I don't choose to work with brands that I don't truly 100% believe in, so I'm very choosy about who I work with, and CurlSmith is definitely one of those brands that I am extremely comfortable in sharing with you guys because they really do an incredible job of creating extremely high, consistent, high-quality formulations that are widely available. You can walk into an Ulta and pick up CurlSmith today if you feel like it. But if you don't feel like walking into Ulta, you can check out the links in the description down below and use the coupon code to save yourself a little money off, if you feel like it. But if you're not interested, that's totally cool. These 5 struggles of wavy hair, we'll still talk about them and what to do about it. Now let's dive into what it's like to have wavy hair when you start styling it curly. Struggle number 1, the middle ground. You're somewhere in the middle. Your hair is definitely not straight, but it's also not like curly. Consistent ringlets are not forming. You're not even sure that you have wavy hair. You know that your hair is poofy and frizzy and weird when you let it air dry. You've seen a couple of transformation pics online where girls go from having these limp, frizzy, sort of wavy noodles to glorious, shiny ringlets in a couple of months. And you start doing the research, you start doing the routines too, crossing your fingers in hopes that one day your hair will look just like theirs. But your hair doesn't transform like that. It definitely gets a lot healthier and maybe shinier, but the ringlets still aren't there. So after months, you decide to take a break from all that styling, plopping, diffusing, all of it. You just take a break. You shampoo, condition, and air dry your hair. You don't even want to think about doing your hair, and whoa, it air dries almost completely straight. And you really begin to question why you started all of this in the first place. Every time you would style your hair, it would look good for like maybe an hour, and then it would slowly fall flat. So what's really going on here? The mental battle with imposter syndrome with people with wavy hair is so real. But here's the deal. The only way to combat the imposter syndrome is to quit focusing on the end goal of ringlets and curls and instead focus on the health of your hair. Which leads us to struggle number 2 for wavy hair, which is styling conundrums. Styling techniques that work for curls do not work for wavy hair. Not at all. Oftentimes you will see people with curly hair really raking product through for even distribution with their fingers or even using something like a Denman brush. If you do that to wavy hair, you are going to pull all that natural wave out of the hair. The reason for that is tighter curl patterns are not as susceptible. So why can curly hair style with raking and brushing and wavy hair can't? The answer lies in the hydrogen bonds. Now, before you click out of the video because I used a sciencey term, let me explain it really quick. Hydrogen bonds are the bonds in your hair that form every time you get it wet and it dries. These are the bonds responsible for your hair kind of staying wavy if you braid it while it's damp and let it dry. Now, let's think about this. People with a really tight curl pattern can do that same trick. They can braid their hair while it's damp, take out the braids when they're 100% dry, and yes, their hair will have some wave and bend from the braid, but there will also be a bunch of little waves in their hair with their natural curl pattern trying to come through. Wavy hair, on the other hand, is extremely susceptible to hydrogen bond manipulation. This is why heatless curls work so well on people with wavy hair. Styling techniques that do work for wavy hair is scrunching. Scrunching is life when it comes to wavy hair because you're really taking that extra time to organize those hydrogen bonds and get everything in the right place so that it can dry and those hydrogen bonds can really set in the shape of your natural wave. Now you may be thinking to yourself, okay, I'm just artificially creating curls where there aren't any to begin with. That's not necessarily true. Somebody with truly naturally straight hair can try this method out and start scrunching product into their hair, and little waves will not form. The hair will still look straight even when you scrunch product into it. And if you plop and diffuse truly straight hair, it still looks straight. It's also quite difficult and tricky to get wavy hair to clump together. Styling on soaking wet hair tends to work better for wavy hair because the more water that's in your hair when you apply stylers to it, the larger your curl clumps will be. Tighter curl patterns can get away with smaller curl clumps and still have a beautiful wash day result. Whereas when wavy hair has smaller curl clumps, your hair tends to look more stringy. It's not as cute. Bigger, juicier clumps look better in wavy hair. Now that we've talked about application technique, let's talk about the actual products that you're using for your hair, which leads us to struggle number 3, hold me, but not too tight. You need products as a wavy-haired gal that have incredible amounts of hold, but that are also lightweight. It's incredibly hard to find that combination in a product on the market of hard hold and being lightweight, but the market is expanding to cater to more hair types. For the longest time, it was usually people with a tighter curl pattern that would wear their curls proudly, but it's now becoming more common for wavy people to rock their hair, and more product options are available now. This is where CurlSmith comes in. They just recently launched this new product called Effortless Waves, and it's kind of sort of become my favorite new styler. And here's why. I know it says it's a hold level 3, but really, I think it's more like a hold level 8. This product is incredibly easy to apply, and it makes my hair feel so lightweight, shiny, and bouncy, but the hold lasts for days. It contains linseed extract, chia seeds, aloe vera, rosemary, and sage, along with PVA copolymer, which is a beautiful hold ingredient. It's also got amazing moisturizing ingredients like castor oil. I really appreciate what CurlSmith says about waves. They say that wavy hair is such an uncategorized curl type that it's often mislabeled as just frizzy hair and treated like it's straight hair that's bad. But wavy hair has its own specific needs that need to be taken into account in order for it to be maximized. That's why they created this lightweight styling spray that contains a vegetable active made from linseed and chia seed that envelops the hair with moisture and flexible hold, helping to define waves while reducing frizz for a natural wavy look. I think this is the first product I have used in the 5 years that I have embraced the hair that I am fearfully and wonderfully made with, that was perfectly designed for what I am looking for. I am looking for something that's going to be quick, fast, easy, give me consistent results, and is designed for me, my hair, wavy hair. This one does that. I do tend to like using a slightly more clarifying shampoo, which is why I tend to grab this one from CurlSmith. It's got little scrubby beads in it and a lot of really soothing ingredients. It's really awesome for my scalp that gets easily inflamed, and it gets my hair really clean without leaving it feeling super stripped. I then like following up with a conditioner that contains some protein. The multitasking conditioner from CurlSmith has become my favorite wavy curly hair conditioner of all time. time, this product is safe to be left in the hair, so it does triple up in uses in my cabinet. It works great as a deep conditioner, a regular rinse out conditioner, and it's safe to be left in the hair, so I can use it as a leave-in conditioner if I so desire. Then I just go to town with the Effortless Wave Spray on not crazy soaking wet hair. My hair being slightly shorter, I have noticed that I can apply products on slightly less soaking wet hair and still get the desired outcome. I like my curl clumps to be a little bit smaller with my hair being shorter, but once I've sprayed that all over, I give my hair a really good scrunch and then I plop my hair and diffuse, and this is what my hair looks like right after I scrunch out the crunch. It's glorious, and here's the beautiful thing about this product. These results last till the end of the day and on to day 2. Now, I know I'm talking a lot about CurlSmith right now, and that's because I love them. And I want to tell you the very best products that I have stumbled across. But as I said, the market is expanding and you may have good luck in finding products in your area that fit this bill. What you're looking for are products that are very lightweight, that have a ton of hold. And if you have found more of those products, like in your area, like you know of super crazy hard hold products that are super lightweight, leave them in a comment down below and let's share the love and the knowledge of good hair products for wavy hair. Another struggle of wavy hair is the wash day roller coaster. Yep, wash day results for wavy hair are incredibly volatile and variable. It is insanely difficult to get consistent wash day results with wavy hair. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that wavy hair is the most difficult and persnickety to style day to day. I know with tighter curl patterns, it can be difficult to get consistent wash day results, but from what I've seen on the internets and following people with curly hair for over 5 years is that people with tighter curl patterns, once their curl memory is back, their curls tend to know where they're supposed to go. But with the high hydrogen bond susceptibility of wavy hair, meaning you can kind of set it in place and it will dry in weird ways. One thing you can do to give yourself a better shot at more consistent wash days is to measure your product amounts. If you aren't using the same amount of product from wash day to wash day, that could be setting you up for major failure. This is why for the longest time, I used a teaspoon to measure out my products. I know it seems like a lot and an extra step, and yes, I was relentlessly mocked for it on the internet, but after about 100 wash days of measuring out a teaspoon of gel, I got really good at the feel of using that amount of product on wash day and was able to get the consistent wash day results because I'd finally developed a feel for it because I'd measured out a teaspoon of gel a lot. But this is one reason I really love the Effortless Waves spray. It's in a pump and I can just count the number of pumps that I use on every wash day to get those consistent results without needing the extra step of keeping an extra thing in my bathroom like a teaspoon measurer so I can measure out my product. Another way around the wash day variability is to diffuse your hair. If you are air drying your wavy hair, I think you are opening yourself up to a lot of hydrogen bond manipulation because those hydrogen bonds are manipulated when the hair is drying, and air drying takes more time than diffusing your hair. If you go ahead and just diffuse your hair, you're gonna get everything really nicely set and then you're gonna dry it and lock everything into place, and those hydrogen bonds are gonna go ahead and set down where they need to. If you air dry, you could touch your hair and pull those hydrogen bonds smooth and have really elongated pieces. Heck, even the weight of the water can be enough to weigh down and stretch out some curls, which is why I'm a big proponent of diffusing. Lately, what I've been enjoying doing is hover diffusing first, right after I plop with my microfiber towel, and I will actually gently scoop and hold my curls up while I hover diffuse. I can do that on high speed and high heat to speed up the drying time and be super gentle, just alleviating the weight of the water while I dry my roots. Once my hair is about 50% dry and that cast is starting to form, I will turn the dryer down to low speed and low heat and pixie diffuse, which is where you scoop and hold your curls in one spot for roughly 30 to 60 seconds, turn the dryer off and move it to a new location. Yes, this is the CurlSmith hairdryer. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how ginormous this diffuser is? You can dry basically half your head in one scoop, and it is quite magnificent. Also, the dryer is set so that it will not get too hot, and you cannot heat damage your hair with this dryer because it is set to the perfect temperature to diffuse your curls. Oftentimes I grab a hairdryer and I turn it to like medium heat, and even medium heat starts to burn my scalp a little bit. I've never had this issue with this dryer. It's kind of awesome. The fifth and last struggle of wavy hair that I want to talk about today is to wave or not to wave. That is the question. You don't know if it's really worth the work. Yeah, sure, your hair is looking healthier with these healthier hair practices that come with styling your hair curly. We're using microfiber towels and sleeping on silk pillowcases and not using heat to style our hair and using products that are deeply nourishing and hydrating. But I mean, you put in all this work and your hair is just barely wavy? I get that feeling. I understand that feeling. And you know that for years, all you had to do was hit your hair with the blow dryer for a little bit and it would be perfectly straight. Yeah, sure, it was a little bit poofy and frizzy, but like it was fast and easy. So is it worth the work of all the styling in order for your hair to just be wavy? I am not saying that if you have wavy hair, you have to style it wavy, but what really helped me overcome this particular struggle was a mindset shift. But I personally really feel a whole lot prettier and more like myself when my hair is styled wavy, and my hair is so much healthier now than it used to be. That alone makes it worth it to me. So instead of focusing on the fact that my hair isn't ringlets or isn't as curly as I want it to be, I started looking at the wide range of options my hair allows me. With very minimal sacrifices to the health of my hair, I can style it pretty straight. And with adjustments to my styling routine, I can make my hair look pretty darn curly, if I do say so myself. Wavy hair also tends to stretch out from wash day to wash day, so it'll be its tightest, waviest self on wash day, and then gravity takes over and things slowly stretch out again until you wash your hair. This gives you the option for like multiple different kinds of looks. You start out with kind of a curly style, and then it stretches out into a beachy look, to voluminous waves on day 3, and then for me, it's about time to wash my hair again because that's when my scalp gets mad at me. So with one wash day, I get to rock 3 different looks, which can be quite fun. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 struggles of wavy hair. It's struggles particular to people with a looser curl pattern. I get it. There are very big struggles that come with other tighter curl patterns, but there's not a whole lot of conversation around the struggles that come with having wavy hair, so that's why we talked about it today. I sure hope this video was helpful to you and encouraging to you. Y'all are some of the sweetest people on the internet, and I am so excited to have the opportunity to get to hang out with y'all. Doing this, for me personally, has been one of the most transformative things ever in my life. I went from being an incredibly self-conscious person who never thought I was good enough to having a coworker tell me about this thing called the curly girl method, getting hyper fixated on it, and really learning all the stuff and things about wavy curly hair, and somehow embracing my wavy hair allowed me to unlock this deep, deep self-acceptance that how I am fearfully and wonderfully made is good and great and wonderful. If this video was helpful to you, it'd mean a lot to me if you'd give it a thumbs up. And like I said, I really like hanging out with y'all. Feel free to subscribe and click that notification bell so that we can hang out more. And as always, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.